Soft, melancholic piano music begins, reminiscent of a forgotten music box, a slight echo effect on the voice. Oh darling, you wouldn't believe. Honestly, you just wouldn't. It's not merely that things were less than perfect, it's the sheer, baffling audacity of imperfection. You see, one expects, when one deigns to patronize an establishment calling itself a hotel, especially one with a name like the Regal Oriental Hotel, Hong Kong, a certain baseline level of, shall we say, competence. It's a contract, isn't it? An unspoken agreement where I exchange my hard-earned, generational wealth for a space of respite, a sanctuary from the vulgarities of existence. Is that too much to ask? Apparently. It started before I even unpacked. I'd envisioned a sleek modern room, minimalist, perhaps with a breathtaking cityscape view. Instead, it felt stale, like a forgotten corner of a grandmother's attic. And then the hair, oh the hair. It wasn't just a hair, you understand. It was a veritable blizzard of it. Fine, dark strands clinging to the towels, the very towels one expects to be immaculately clean, to offer a gentle caress against the skin. And on the mirror, as if ghosts of previous guests were attempting to communicate through follicular residue. And then, most horrifyingly, embedded within the duvet, it felt invasive. It's not merely unhygienic, it's a violation. Like they wanted me to clean for them, I, a discerning traveler, forced into the role of a domestic servant. The disrespect. It's not just the physical uncleanliness, you see, it's what it represents. It speaks to a decay, a systemic disregard for even the most basic standards of hospitality. It implies a lack of care, a fundamental apathy towards the well-being of those who grace their halls with their presence. And trust me, a girl with my breeding notices such things. My nanny back in Riga used to say, a clean space is a clean mind, darling. It's philosophy, truly. The staff, oh heavens, such apathetic creatures. I, being of a naturally polite disposition, me mother insisted upon impeccable manners, offered a simple thank you to one of the attendants after begrudgingly fetching new towels. Such a small gesture, a mere acknowledgement of basic human decency. And what did I receive in return? Nothing, utter indifference. They bypassed my perception, a cold, vacant stare, like I was invisible. It's not merely rude, you understand. It's a fundamental breakdown of social contract. It suggests that they perceive themselves as superior, as unburdened by the need to acknowledge the very individuals who support their livelihood. Then, the air conditioning. It sputtered and died in the first room like a dying gasp. I am not one for dramatics, but the heat was oppressive. It threatened to melt my carefully curated visage, to ruin my hair. The thought alone was mortifying. A room change was secured, but even that was a trial. Water droplets, a persistent, unsettling rhythm, fell from the ceiling of the new room. Dripping, dripping, dripping. Each drop a tiny hammer blow against my already fraying sensibilities. It's not merely inconvenient, you see, it's psychologically distressing. The constant auditory assault erodes one's sense of peace, induces anxiety, and generally fosters an environment of profound discomfort. Does anyone even care about the precision of acoustic ambience anymore? But my dears, that was merely a prelude to the true horrors that awaited. The 27th of September, a date etched into my memory. A day when the Regal Oriental Hotel, Hong Kong, transformed into something akin to a chaotic stage for a survival horror film. It began subtly, with the loss of power, water, and most tragically, internet access. Can you imagine? The internet, my lifeline to the world, to my carefully curated social media presence, severed. It's not merely about connectivity, you understand. It's about validation. It's about staying abreast of trends, maintaining one's relevance, projecti.
NG, an image of businesses near Regal Oriental Hotel, Hong Kong. They are like, sometimes too good to be true. Like those shops that look fancy, but they just want to take your money. It's so sad, One thing happens here, fake shops. Like you see a nice store selling watches or even cryptocurrency. Yeah, right. Tourists think, oh, this looks real, but then poof, gone. One old man, 77 years old, gave them HK 21.8 million because they said he was in trouble with the police. Can you imagine? They had a storefront and everything looked so official. And then nothing. Probably the scammers just ran, took the money, and left him standing there like a fool. I bet he felt so stupid after. But how was he supposed to know? It's not fair. And then, pharmacies here. You go in for something small, like medicine, and suddenly they ray pushing these expensive herbs, saying buy 80 get 5 free or whatever. One tourist from Singapore paid HK 30,400 for some stupid herbs. 30,000 for herbs. After, she probably realized and felt so angry, but what could she do? They already took the money. And the shop, still there, probably doing it to someone else right now. Stores near Regal Oriental Hotel, Hong Kong, some are nice, but some just want to trick you. Like, how can people be so mean? Tourists come for fun and they leave sad and scammed. It's just wrong, you know. You trust a place because it looks real, and then they take everything. That's not how it should be. Businesses near the Regal Oriental Hotel, Hong Kong, a recurring nightmare that refuses to end. Like a never-ending loop of disappointment, these establishments seem to specialize in crushing the spirits of unsuspecting tourists. Let's start with the theme of questionable hygiene, a recurring motif that threads its way through the reviews like a dirty little secret. At Tim Ho Wan, the acclaimed Michelin-starred restaurant, you're just as likely to contract a disease as you are to savor a perfectly baked barbecue pork bun. Utensils stained with mysterious brown substances, air conditioning leakage that creates a mini-rain shower, and an overall sense of chaos. What's not to love? And don't even get me started on the signature. Siu mai, that's more like a sad, uninspired dumpling. But wait, it gets better. Or should I say, it gets worse. MegaBox, the supposedly state-of-the-art mall, is a labyrinthine nightmare of confusing layouts, overcrowded elevators, and an endless wait for the shuttle bus. It's like they're trying to suck the joy out of shopping, replacing it with a sense of existential dread. And don't even get me started on the parking situation. You might as well try to solve a puzzle blindfolded while being chased by a swarm of bees. And then, of course, there's the issue of aggressive sales tactics, employed by the likes of Sense of Touch Central Massage Lounge. Imagine being strong-armed into buying another 12-month package, all while being told you're not worthy of the special deal unless you commit on the spot. It's like they're trying to extract a confession from you, minus the waterboarding. But what's a little coercion when it comes to matters of the heart? And by heart, I mean the mystical allure of Islam food since 1950. Except, it seems like they've lost the plot somewhere along the way. With staff who speak only Cantonese, an atmosphere that's about as welcoming as a cold shower on a winter morning, and a clientele that's roughly 50 baffled tourists, it's a miracle they're still in business. Oh, and did I mention the lack of halal meat? Yeah, that's a thing. Knockbox Coffee Company, with its icy baristas and company policies that seem to defy logic, is another delightful addition to this motley crew. Why, you ask, would they refuse to modify a drink to accommodate a customer's request? Well, it's probably because they're trying to protect the sanctity of their set recipe, all while radiating an aura of utter disdain for anyone who dares to ask questions. And finally, we have Arena Chung Chow, the enigmatic bar that seems to attract only the most adventurous or foolhardy souls. With drinks that are about as authentic as a knockoff designer handbag, and service that's as warm as a frosty winter morning, it's a wonder anyone manages to leave with their sanity intact. As I wade through this sea of disappointment, I'm left wondering, what if? What if these businesses actually cared about their customers? What if they put in the effort to create a welcoming, inclusive environment? What if, just what if, they tried to be better? Alas, until that day comes, travelers beware. The businesses near the Regal Oriental Hotel, Hong Kong, are a minefield of disappointment, waiting to pounce on your unsuspecting wallet and shatter your fragile tourist ego. So tread carefully, dear traveler, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Your favor, your favor, your favor, your favor.